Oakland, Eric Gordon scored 25 points with 4 three-pointers, Chris Paul converted 2 free throws with 1:08 left on the way to 23, and the Houston Rockets outplayed the Golden State Warriors without NBA scoring leader James Harden for a 118-112 victory Saturday night. Houston Rockets guard Chris Paul, 3, shoots the basketball against Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green, 23, during the second quarter. Reuters Stephen Curry's 3 with 1:57 to play pulled the Warriors to 114-108, then his 2 free throws at 1:26 made it a 4-point game before Houston came through at the line. Kevin Durant scored 29 points and Curry added 25 with 5 threes, 9 rebounds and 7 assists as the Warriors had their 5-game home winning streak snapped in a matchup of West Powers who met in the 2018 Western Conference Finals, won in 7 games by Golden State. Early in the fourth, Golden State's Draymond Green exited the game with a sprained left ankle after grabbing at his foot in clear pain from stepping on teammate DeMarcus Cousins' foot. New Orleans Pelicans 128-115 Los Angeles Lakers. Jrue Holiday hit 5 three-pointers and scored 27 points while Anthony Davis watched from the bench, and New Orleans beat Los Angeles. Former Laker Julius Randle had 24 points for the Pelicans, who looked in sync and motivated as they slowed LeBron James and the Lakers' push to qualify for the playoffs. Combined 51 PTS from Jrue Holiday 11-27. Portland Trail Blazers 130-115 Philadelphia 76ers. Yusuf Nurkic scored 24 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. Damian Lillard had 17 points and Portland beat Philadelphia. The Sixers struggled in their second game without All-Star center Joel Embiid, who is expected to miss at least a week with a sore left knee. Ben Simmons had 29 points and 10 assists and Tobias Harris scored 20. Without Embiid, the Sixers couldn't keep up in a matchup between the fourth-place teams in each conference. The Blazers, 36-23, have won 3 in a row, including a 22-point victory over Golden State before the All-Star break. Philadelphia, 38-22, is 4-4 this month. Sacramento Kings 119-116 Oklahoma City Thunder. Buddy Hield scored 34 points, and Sacramento beat Oklahoma City. Hield, who played college ball at the nearby University of Oklahoma, shot 12 for 22 from the field. De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley each added 19 points for the Kings. Paul George, who hit the game winner the night before in a 148-147 double overtime win over Utah, missed a three-pointer at the buzzer against the Kings that could have forced overtime. He shot just 4 for 19 for the night. Russell Westbrook scored 41 points for the Thunder. Chicago Bulls 126-116 Boston Celtics. Zach LaVine scored a career-high 42 points, Lauri Markkanen finished with a personal best 35 points and 15 rebounds, and Chicago got some payback for the most lopsided loss in franchise history. LaVine surpassed his previous high of 41 points at New York on the 5th of November. Markkanen, whose high coming in was 33 against the Knicks last season, became the 4th Chicago player in 10 years to score 20 or more in 8 straight games. And the Bulls returned the favor for a 133-77 beating at the United Center in December. That was also the biggest romp in the Celtics' storied history. Kyrie Irving led Boston with 37 points and 10 assists. Al Horford scored 19, but the Celtics lost for the 4th time in 6 games. Brooklyn Nets 117-115 Charlotte Hornets. D'Angelo Russell tied a career high with 40 points and made some huge shots down the stretch, and Brooklyn picked up an important win over Charlotte. The victory kept the Nets alone in 6th place in the Eastern Conference and gives them 2-1 edge in the series entering Friday night's game at Brooklyn. The game ended with fans booing the officials off the court after a no-call when Kemba Walker attempted a three-pointer from the right wing at the buzzer. Caris LeVert had him well defended and was credited with a blocked shot, but Hornets players threw their arms up in the air and the crowd erupted in loud chorus of boos, believing there had been a foul. Walker finished with 32 points, including 28 in the second half. Milwaukee Bucks 140-128 Minnesota Timberwolves. Chris Middleton scored 28 points, Giannis Antetokounmpo had 27 points and 10 rebounds, and NBA-leading Milwaukee pulled away for a victory over shorthanded Minnesota. Chris 22M finishes with a team-high 28 PTS in the Bucks' home W. With their latest win, they surpassed last season's victory total. Derrick Rose had 23 points for the Timberwolves, who played without Karl-Anthony Towns for the second consecutive game. Detroit Pistons 119-96 Miami Heat. Ish Smith scored 22 points off the bench. Langston Galloway added 15 points in the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and Detroit moved into 7th place in the Eastern Conference by downing Miami. Blake Griffin had 20 points while Galloway and Luke Kennard each scored 17 for the Pistons, 28-30, who are 1.5 games behind Brooklyn for the number 6 spot. Reggie Jackson added 13 points and Andre Drummond had 12 points and 14 rebounds for Detroit, who started the fourth quarter on a 25-8 run to turn a fairly close game into a rout. Josh Richardson scored 22 for Miami, who are 0-5 at home and 5-12 overall since the 12th of January. Indiana Pacers 119-112 Washington Wizards. Thaddeus Young scored 22 points on 9 of 11 shooting. Bojan Bogdanovic added 18 and streaking Indiana held off struggling Washington. Domantas Sabonis added 13 points and 12 rebounds, while Darren Collison scored 11 of his 15 points in the fourth quarter to help the Pacers overcome 23 turnovers and sweep a second straight back-to-back set. Indiana has won 8 of 9. Bradley Beal scored 35 points for the Wizards, a night after posting a season-high 46 at Charlotte. Utah Jazz 125-109 Dallas Mavericks. Ricky Rubio and Donovan Mitchell each scored 25 points to lead Utah over Dallas. Jay Crowder chipped in 22 points off the bench and Joe Ingles added 18 for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert added 15 points and 11 rebounds. 25 PTS, 8 Reb, 6 Astet. Spited Mitchell does it all as the Utah Jazz beat Dallas in Salt Lake City. Scored 21 points for the Mavericks, who were without rookie Luka Doncic for a second straight game because of a sore right ankle. Trey Burke added 20 points off the bench in Dallas' fourth straight loss. Cleveland Cavaliers 112-107 Memphis Grizzlies. Kevin Love scored a season-high 32 points. Cedi Osman hit the go-ahead three-pointer late in the fourth quarter and Cleveland beat Memphis. Love, playing in back-to-back games for the first time since returning from foot surgery, had 10 points in the fourth quarter. He was 9 of 15 from the field overall, hit 6 threes and made all 8 of his free throw attempts. The five-time All-Star had 12 rebounds in 26 minutes, his most since returning from the injury, but was on the bench for the final 5:23 because he's still on a minutes restriction. Atlanta Hawks 120-112 Phoenix Suns. Trae Young and Kent Bazemore each scored 23 points. Taurean Prince added 21 and Atlanta extended Phoenix's franchise worst losing streak to 17 games. John Collins finished with 19 points and 14 rebounds for Atlanta, which snapped a 2-game skid to avoid a home loss against the NBA's worst team. Just 2 weeks ago at State Farm Arena, the Hawks allowed the New York Knicks, last in the Eastern Conference, to snap an 18-game slide. Tyler Johnson scored 29 points, and Devin Booker added 26 for the Suns. First Post is now on WhatsApp. For the latest analysis, commentary and news updates, sign up for our WhatsApp services. Just go to firstpost.com/WhatsApp and hit the subscribe button. Updated date, February 24, 2019, 13 hours 21 minutes and 14 seconds IST.